She called me jealous for questioning her friend. So I took the Seattle promotion without telling her. And when she chose him over me, I let her walk straight into the fire she built. 2 years later, she wrote, I finally understand what I lost. When she first said he's just a friend, I believed her. Naive, maybe, but when you've been with someone for almost 3 years, trust feels like muscle memory. You don't question it, you just flex it when you need to. His name was Dylan. They'd known each other since college. Apparently, they'd helped each other through rough patches. Every time his name came up, she'd lower her voice, soften her tone, and add, You don't need to worry, babe. He's like a brother to me. Except brothers don't text you at 2 a.m. with I miss the old days. Brothers don't call you crying because their girlfriend doesn't understand them. And brothers definitely don't comment under your selfies with heart emojis that mysteriously get deleted later. Still, I kept my cool. I'd bring it up sometimes, not accusingly, just carefully. You talk to him a lot. Everything okay? He's going through something, she'd say. And I'm not gonna abandon someone who was there for me. Fair enough. I told myself that's empathy, not betrayal. Then one Friday night, she said it. The line that finally cracked something in me. I'm not cutting him out just because you're jealous, okay? He needs me right now. You need to grow up. The way she said grow up, like I was some insecure high school kid, it hit harder than I expected. So I nodded. Calm. Too calm, maybe. That's fine, I said. Do what you need to do. She smirked, like she'd won something. That night, while she was in the shower texting him, Don't worry, I'll call you later, I sat at my desk and opened an email from my regional manager. A Seattle position had opened, major promotion, huge pay jump. They'd been pushing me to take it for months, but I'd hesitated because of her. This time, I didn't hesitate. I replied, I'll take it. Effective immediately. The transfer was approved by Monday. I didn't tell her. Not yet. I wanted to see what she would do, given the freedom she so desperately demanded. The first test came faster than expected. Dylan's name flashed on her phone again, but this time, her expression changed when she answered. Concerned. Then she grabbed her purse. It's Dylan. He's having a breakdown or something. I have to go. I didn't argue. Didn't ask. Didn't raise my voice. Okay, I said simply. Drive safe. She looked at me, almost confused that I wasn't reacting. Then she left. That was the night she chose to comfort another man instead of the one who'd been building a life with her. I stayed up, not because I was waiting, but because I was done. I opened Zillow and started looking for apartments near my new Seattle office. By the time the morning light crept in, my suitcase was half packed. By the time she texted, sorry, he really needed me, I'd already signed my lease. When she came home that morning, I was sitting at the table with a mug of coffee and an unread newspaper in front of me. She looked exhausted, makeup smudged, hair messy, hoodie that wasn't hers. I didn't ask whose it was. Rough night, I asked quietly. She sighed, like a martyr. You wouldn't understand. He just needed someone. He was spiraling, and his girlfriend kicked him out. What was I supposed to do? Let him sleep in his car? I nodded, expression calm. Of course not. She blinked, waiting for the explosion that never came. When it didn't, she tilted her head. You're not mad. Why would I be mad? I said, You made your choice. Something flickered behind her eyes. Guilt, maybe. Or confusion. Then she grabbed her keys again. I'm late for work. The door clicked shut, and I smiled. By that evening, I'd already arranged everything for the move. The relocation bonus, the company apartment, even the shipment date for my car. I didn't tell anyone except my boss. Seattle was a clean start, far enough to make silence sting. Over the next few days, something strange happened. She got nicer. Little things. She started cooking again. She asked how my day was. She sent miss you texts during lunch breaks, something she hadn't done in months. I responded politely, never cold, but never warm either. Just neutral. Then, one night, she came into the living room with that same practiced casualness she used when hiding something. So, Dylan and I are going on a weekend trip, she said. Just hiking. He's been really depressed lately, and I think getting out of town will help him clear his head. I looked up from my laptop. You and your friend. Alone. It's not like that, she said quickly. God, you're so paranoid. I didn't say anything. I replied, closing the laptop. She frowned. You're acting weird lately. You don't talk. You don't ask questions. You told me not to. I said simply. So I stopped. That shut her up. She left Friday morning with her duffel bag and a smile that said, "See, I'm still in control." By Friday night, my flight confirmation was in my inbox. Saturday morning, she texted me from somewhere upstate. Her, "No service up here, so don't freak out if you don't hear from me." Me, "Didn't plan to." She left me on read. While she was hiking through whatever forest Dylan thought would heal his soul, I was signing the final relocation papers. HR processed my transfer instantly. I spent the evening packing the rest of my things, labeling boxes, and taking photos for the inventory. I didn't touch her stuff. That wasn't my mess to clean. Then I taped a single note to the fridge. "Take your time." No sarcasm. No bitterness. Just the same words she'd once thrown at me when she didn't want to deal with a conversation. By Sunday morning, I was gone. Everything, the apartment, the furniture, even the plants, was in the hands of movers. My new life was 1,100 miles away, and for the first time in a long time, I could breathe. 2 days later, the first call came Tuesday morning. Unknown number. Then a text. "Did you move our stuff? Where are you?" I ignored it. 5 minutes later, another one. "This isn't funny. My things are gone." "What the hell?" Then a third. "You left? Without telling me?" I didn't reply. That afternoon, I posted a single photo on Instagram. The Seattle skyline glowing orange under the sunset. Caption: "New chapter." Within an hour, her friends were commenting. "Wait, what? You moved? Is her name with you?" She DM'd me at midnight. "What is this? You're in Seattle?" "Yes," I wrote back. "Work opportunity. Seemed like the right time." "You didn't even say anything. Didn't want to interrupt your trip." There was a long pause. Then, "You're really just leaving me?" "You already did," I replied. No typing bubbles appeared after that. A week later, one of our mutual friends called me. Apparently, Dylan's crisis wasn't as noble as she'd painted it. He'd been fighting with his girlfriend because she caught him messaging 3 other women. One of them was her. They'd hooked up that same weekend. Everyone knew. And by the time she came back home, the empty apartment greeted her like a mirror. She tried calling again, 11 times that night, then 7 the next morning. Finally, she left a voicemail, voice shaking, half crying, half angry. "You can't just disappear like this. You can't just walk away like nothing happened." But I could, and I did. That's when I learned something about silence. It's not cold, it's powerful. Because when you stop defending yourself, when you stop arguing, the other person has no one left to fight but their own reflection. Update that it had been almost 2 months since I left. Seattle was everything New York hadn't been. Quiet, gray, honest. No familiar faces. No gossip. No passive-aggressive conversations over dinner. Just the hum of rain on the window and the slow process of building something new. I had a small apartment overlooking the water. Sparse furniture. Fresh coffee every morning. And peace. That rare, delicate kind that you don't realize you've been missing until you finally have it. Then one evening, as I was closing my laptop after work, my phone buzzed. An email. Subject line: "We need to talk. Please." It was from her. I hesitated. Then curiosity won. The message was short. "I know I don't deserve to ask this, but can we talk? I've been trying to reach you for weeks. I messed up. Badly. I'm sorry." There was an attachment, a photo of her sitting on the edge of our old couch in an empty apartment. The same couch I'd left behind because the movers ran out of space. She looked hollow. Not the confident, sarcastic version of her that used to laugh off everything serious. Just tired. I didn't respond. The next day, I got another message. This time from a mutual friend. "Dude, she's been losing it. Dylan dumped her. He got back with his girlfriend. Everyone knows about what happened. She's saying she can't sleep. You should at least hear her out." I thought about it, then didn't. A week later, she called from a new number. I almost let it ring out, but something in me, maybe pity, maybe closure, made me pick up. "Hello." There was a pause. Then, quietly, "You really sound happy." "I am," I said simply. She sniffled. "I don't even know what I was thinking. I thought you were boring. Predictable. I thought I needed excitement." But all that excitement turned out to be chaos. "Yeah," I said. "It usually does. Can you ever forgive me?" Her voice cracked on that last word. I leaned back, looking out at the skyline. "I already have," I said. "I just don't want you back." Silence. Then a choked laugh, like she was trying to make it sound light, but couldn't. "You don't even sound angry." "No," I said softly. "You took that from me too." She hung up without another word. Later that night, I got a text from her mother. Not angry, just resigned. I heard you moved. I'm sorry about everything. I hope you're doing well. I tried to tell her what she was losing. I didn't reply, but for the first time, I felt done. Not victorious. Not bitter. Just done. 2 months later, I ran into Dylan, of all people, at a tech conference in Portland. He looked different. Older, worn out, like the chaos had finally caught up. He froze when he saw me. Man, you're really here, he muttered. I didn't think you'd actually leave. I didn't think you'd actually go after someone taken, I said evenly. He looked down. Yeah, guess we both made choices. I nodded. Difference is, I learned from mine. He didn't reply, just walked away quietly. That night, I checked my messages one last time. No new emails. No calls. Just quiet. And as I sat there, I realized she never wanted stability. She wanted control. And when I stopped reacting, when I stopped playing the part she needed me to play, she lost interest. That's all people like her ever lose. Not love, not loyalty, but control. 1 year later, I was at a small restaurant downtown, having dinner with a coworker, Emily, a project manager I'd met a few months earlier. Smart, funny, grounded. We weren't official yet, but something about her felt safe. We were mid-conversation when my phone buzzed again. A notification from Facebook, "You've been tagged in a post." It was her. She'd posted a long, teary forgiveness letter, tagging me, saying she'd learned from her mistakes, that I was the best thing that ever happened to her, that she'd changed. Emily looked at me. Everything okay? I smiled. Yeah, just history trying to message me. Then I blocked her. That was the last time she ever tried to reach out. I heard through friends that she'd moved again, started dating someone new, and was finding herself. Maybe she really did. Maybe not. But I didn't need to find myself anymore. I already had. Final update point: 2 years passed. Seattle had long stopped feeling like an escape. It felt like home. The rain no longer sounded lonely. It sounded like rhythm, like calm, like control. My life had rebuilt itself piece by piece. New city, new job, new circle. And yes, new love. Emily and I had been together for a year and a half. No drama, no guessing games, no emotional whiplash. Just peace, the kind that doesn't demand attention, but earns it. She'd moved in 6 months ago. Every morning began the same. She'd steal my coffee. I'd pretend to be mad. She'd smile, that half-sleepy smile that made it impossible to be anything but grateful. The quiet was beautiful again. Then, one gray Saturday morning, as we were getting ready to leave for brunch, I got an email. From her. Subject: closure. My chest tightened slightly, not from emotion, but from recognition. I hadn't seen her name in years. I opened it. Hi. I don't expect you to reply. I just wanted to say that I finally understand what I did to you. I lost something I'll never get back. I thought I wanted chaos. I thought excitement was love. Now I realize you were calm, and calm was safety. I'm sorry. Truly. I heard you're doing well. You deserve that. Take care. No accusations. No manipulation. Just emptiness. It almost didn't sound like her, which, in a strange way, meant it probably was. I read it twice. Then I did what I hadn't done before. I didn't delete it. I archived it. Not out of nostalgia, but because it no longer hurt to see her name. That same night, Emily and I went out to a quiet restaurant on the pier. The same one I'd gone to alone the first week I moved here. Only this time, I wasn't the man who left. I was the man who stayed. We were halfway through dinner when Emily excused herself to the restroom. When she came back, she looked nervous. And then, she slid a small box across the table. "Before you say anything," she said softly, "I know you've been through a lot. I just want you to know I'm not asking for anything right now. I just want you to know I'm not going anywhere." Inside was a simple silver band. Nothing fancy, no diamonds, no spectacle. Just meaning. Just honesty. I smiled. "You know," I said, "this is the first time I've felt like home isn't a place." She smiled back. "Then stop looking over your shoulder," she whispered. "You're already there." A few weeks later, out of pure coincidence, I ran into an old mutual friend from back east. We caught up over coffee. Halfway through the conversation, she mentioned her name. She's back with her parents. Things didn't work out with that guy, or the one after. She's trying, I guess. Therapy, new job. But she's not the same. I nodded slowly. None of us are. That night, while Emily slept beside me, I scrolled through my old photos. the ones I never had the heart to delete. There were smiles there, and memories, and ghosts. But they no longer haunted me. They were just photographs. I finally understood something. Closure isn't about revenge. It's not about making them regret. It's about looking at what used to burn and realizing it doesn't anymore. Months later, I got a letter in the mail. Handwritten. No return address. Inside, just a single line. Thank you for teaching me what love wasn't. No name, but I didn't need one. I folded it neatly, placed it back in the envelope, and tucked it inside a book on my shelf. Then I went to the kitchen, poured 2 cups of coffee, and smiled when Emily stole mine again. The past had finally gone silent. And for the first time in a long, long time. So had I. Epilogue, one last thought. If you've ever been with someone who made you question your worth, remember this. You don't heal by making them see your value. You heal by seeing it yourself. And when you do, they'll see it too, but far too late.